What is the cheapest way to travel? I've got a secret for you. Secret cheapest way to travel that a lot of people know about. Not a lot of people talk about. Welcome in. Much love, Trav here. So you want to travel the world, but time and money is an obstacle. It's expensive and it's hard and the job's in the way and there's too many places to go and there's only so much time. What should I do? There's a lot of different advice I could give or that anyone could give. Wait, save time. I've got another video, how to afford to travel, where you crash with hosts, you use couch surfing or use the internet to meet people, and you do work trade, stuff like that. That's not what I'm going to talk about in this. This is meta, this is secret, and the key is taking a step back and saying, why do I want to travel? Well, I want to travel. I want to get away from here right now. Sometimes I want to experience something different. I want to go into a new culture. I want to meet new people, new characters. I want to experience something I haven't experienced before. I want to return later with wisdom of faraway lands. I've seen how people leave and come back and seem totally changed. I want that for myself. I want to enter a new world, I want to extend my paradigm, right? It's all about gaining experience is why I want to travel. I want to say that I've traveled is one reason. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons, but the main thing is I want to grow. I want to experience something. Right? So that's why we travel. So if I book buy a plane ticket to the other side of the world, or I go on a long road trip, yeah, it's to get out of here for a minute, but it's with the intention generally of coming back with a new mindset, with new lessons, with new goals, having experienced something crazy and different, right? So I'm gonna throw out, here's my meta, alternate secret way, cheapest way to travel is to travel through time, travel through place, travel through the universe, travel through history via true adventure stories and through autobiographies of epic people, books is what I'm saying, through historical fiction. We'll talk about fiction versus historical fiction. I'm meaning to make a video on it, but if you want your brain to say, hey, this is 100% real, it should be real. It should be someone's autobiography. It should be. So what this does is we read a true story about a man stuck on a raft for 76 days, or a true story about someone's, Genghis Khan's conquest of China 1500 years ago, then we're teleported to those places. We have a vivid picture in our brain and we travel. The way our brain works is we see it as real, we imagine it, and we go there. We travel in time and in place for cheap, because a book you can get for $7 on Amazon and it'll show up in 2 days. Pretty amazing, right? And then you travel to that world, you escape from here, you get away from here for a minute if that's what you want, and go to a new place where you meet new characters and learn new lessons. And usually these adventure books are way crazier than the travel you would actually go on, which is, the reality is often I'm on a bus for 12 hours or I'm on a plane for 9 hours, and then, I'm here now what, right? So, briefly, fiction, we'll get into more depth later. Fiction can have a similar effect, but the problem is it's imagined by someone else, so it's based on things that are maybe real, but it's not real, and the brain knows that. It knows, like, hey, this is real, so you're not going to get I believe you will not get as much from it. So what are my recommendations? I have a page with my reading list up. Right now I don't have my adventure collection on there, but I will later with some additions. By the time you watch this video, maybe it will be up. Here's some examples I've talked about. Smell some food on the wind. Adrift, 76 days lost at sea. That's a crazy story. Skeletons of the Sahara. That is a crazy story. What else? We have Into Thin Air. There's another one. Is it Vertical Descent? Is Into the Void. Touching the Void. Touching the Void. We have Mountain Climbing Adventures. Genghis Khan series by Connie E. Golden. That is historical fiction, but the facts are real. So you know that it's real, and it is real. Basically, you have Alexander the Great. There is historical fiction is. There's only so many true adventure stories. Historical fiction is a good in-between if you want to go into a storyland. You have biographies, stuff like the autobiography of Malcolm X, Gandhi, Elon Musk. Some really interesting people, interesting characters, interesting times, interesting lands where you will see, you'll get to go there and come back with lessons, and stories of bravery, come back with more persistence, more hardiness. So that is my recommendation, actually, is my secret way to travel far and wide and experience new things and get away and come back with more wisdom, come back with more lessons, is actually through the passage of books. So those are my recommendations. It would be cool if you're watching this, if you can add into the discussion. I always like when the comments of the videos are an additional resource. So if you have books that fall into this category, again, I prefer if they're real. You know, I like Harry Potter, I like Lord of the Rings, I like the Golden Compass, stuff like that. But when your brain says this is real, it has a different effect. So if you have adventure books you recommend that you read, throw them in the comments. It's helpful to everyone. Crazy autobiographies that are true, throw them in the comments. Really good historical fiction as well, we welcome that. Would like to see comments on that below so that we can expand our travel. You know, you can go, and here's the thing, this is even better than travel in real life many times, because right now all you can do is travel in 2017, or when you watch this, 2018, 2019, whatever. With books, you can travel 2,000 years ago, right? You can go back to biblical times. You can go ahead, you can go ahead in fiction, but you can travel to India in the 700s, right? You can go to some crazy places. So you can travel through time. Books let you travel through place and time in a way that's real. So that's my secret hack. Sorry for those of you who are like, well, I actually wanted to travel, and this is not really traveling. I get why it has similar effect, but alright, well, go watch my other vid on how to afford to travel, where we get into tips on how to make it cheap. And spoiler, it's a lot less about money, it's a lot more about control of time. It doesn't have to be expensive, but you have to have control of your time. So go check that out, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say in the comments. Much love, Trav here. Beautiful, beautiful day. As I'm getting ready to go to travel to Texas, travel to Mexico in 1 week. Going on another little trip here, but guess what? Traveling tonight back to China 700, and I'm really excited to go there. I've already learned so much. So, I hope you found this useful and helpful. And I look forward to seeing what you have to say down below. Peace and love. Can't wait to read the comments. Have an amazing one.